Stari Most, the city's bridge, by Irina Lugo. Before talking about the bridge I selected, let's see what a bridge is and its characteristics. A bridge is defined as a link that connects two objects or places. Bridges are usually built to provide passage over an obstacle. According to how they work, bridges can be classified into three categories: beam bridges, arch bridges, and suspension bridges. Beam bridges are the earliest and easiest models. They consist of a rigid beam resting on supports, piers, and at its ends. The total weight is carried directly to the ground by the supports. Next, we have the arch bridges. These were used a lot by the Romans. In arch bridges, the forces are spread sideways. The entire load is transferred partly down into the ground and partly out to the elements of the bridge to either side of the keystone. Finally, we have the suspension bridges, which are very common nowadays. In this kind of bridges, the deck hangs below the supports rather than resting upon them, and there is no support in the center of the span. The cables transfer the entire load onto the top of the two towers. These are constantly in compression and transfer the forces to the ground on which they are built. Bridges are one of the most significant inventions of mankind. They make transportation of supplies and traveling easier and faster, and they help us communicate and share ideas with each other. The bridge I chose for this presentation is called Stari Most, which means old bridge in Slovenian. It is located in Mostar, a city in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and crosses the city's river, the Neretva. Mostar is actually the most important city in the Herzegovina region. The city was named after the bridge keeper who in the medieval times guarded the bridge, so it is very important to the city's identity. I mean, the bridge is even in the city's flag and coat of arms. The bridge is 29 meters long, 4 meters wide, making it a pedestrian-only bridge, and is 20 meters above the river level at midspan. As you can see, the Stari Most is an arch bridge, made of blocks of a local stone known as tenelilla. The bridge was designed by Mimar Haydurin, a student and apprentice of famous architect Mimar Sinan, who is responsible for, among other things, the Süleyman Mosque in Istanbul. The bridge was built using Ottoman construction techniques. The stone blocks of the bridge were linked either with a mortar layer or with a complex system of metal clamps and dowels settled in slots purposely carved in the stone and subsequently filled with melted lead. Some aspects of the construction of the bridge remain a mystery, like how the scaffolding was erected and how they lasted a long building period. Now a bit of history. Long ago, a wooden bridge was used by traders, soldiers, and travelers to cross to the market on the left bank of the river Neretva. But since Mostar was on the trade route between the Adriatic Sea and the mineral-rich regions of central Bosnia, the settlement began to spread to the right bank of the river. The town then was organized into two areas, the residential area and the commercial center. And the bridge was rebuilt with stone, now connecting two parts of the same city. It was completed in 1566 and at the time was the widest man-made arch in the world. Unfortunately, the original bridge was destroyed during the Yugoslav wars. but at the end of the war, plans were raised to reconstruct the bridge. The bridge was rebuilt with local material and using techniques very similar to the originals. The reconstructed bridge was inaugurated in July 2004 and UNESCO named it a World Heritage Site in 2005. I chose this bridge because even though it's not very complex or impressive, I find its form very elegant and unique, and it has a great story and meaning to the people of Bosnia-Herzegovina. It is one of their most recognizable landmarks and is also considered an exemplary piece of Islamic architecture in the Balkans.